July 26, Friday. Orthodox priest bribe mayor, Greek priest to be appointed head of Freeburg Orthodox Church. Students volunteer to help farmers. Good work.
My morning ritual was plagued by the smell of Vickers Varga's fruity cologne. It was like the sharp citrus scent was chasing me around the house, as if Vickers was right there in my living room. When I finally realized the smell was coming from a big basket of oranges, it didn't put me any more at ease. I'd opened my door to lots of threatening mail, evidence of criminal wrongdoing, even a dead ferret or two. But fruit? Never. You the fruit guy?
Excuse me?
Was it you that brought the basket of oranges?
Nah, it was here when I arrived.
Fine. So who are you?
Today, I'm your driver.
And where are we driving?
To work.
That's it?
Yeah, we have to make an important stop along the way.
Where?
The ranch.
What ranch?
Just the ranch.
Fine. The morning seemed surreal, and I took in the magic. Why wreck it with meaningless chatter? As my tight-lipped chauffeur drove an hour through God knows where, I started to feel like I was in the middle of a bad dream, probably lying bloody and concussed in the alley behind the old Colony Club, my nose buried in a rotten orange peel. But no, this was no dream. The silence was real. The sound of the engine was real. The dust was real enough, too. And there was the ranch over the horizon. It all seemed familiar. The Sand family's overbearing mansion has been the talk of the headlines for decades, but few have managed to get closer than a few miles. I guess I'm just lucky. I didn't know you took private meetings, Mr. Sand.
Only if I expect good company.
I'm surprised my company ranks at all.
Today, yes. Today is a special day.
So it seems.
Do you often go to the old Colony Club, Jack?
Every week.
Meet any interesting people there?
As a rule, no.
Sometimes you make a date, right? Sometimes make new friends.
Sometimes, I guess. But that's not why I go.
And why?
I consider it a hobby.
A hobby. Do you know anything about my hobbies?
Well, judging by the half-dozen animal skins I stepped on walking over here, it's not much of a reach to say you like hunting.
Love it. Well, I say that now. It seemed so tedious when I was a child. Took ever so long. But now I'm older. I've developed a new talent.
What talent is that?
Patience. The will to wait for the right moment. Let's say you want a deer. You know, you deserve it. You've even decided what dishes its meat will go to and where you'll mount its horns. But to get that deer, you've got to wait. To sit in the bushes and stay nice and quiet. Professional hunters will tell you that the hunt is a rare craft. There are many rules. It's shrouded in mystery and ancient skill. Well, that's all complete nonsense. To get a deer, you just sit on the sidelines for a long enough time, pinpoint the moment when it's finally time to shoot. I learned the talent, Jack, but not like you, oh, Jack. You truly are the master.
I don't understand.
Oh, come on, Jack. I know about the 500,000. I know your plan. Kendrick told me everything. Needless to say, I'm impressed. While some people learn to hold their breath for minutes on end and not to rustle the leaves too loudly, why you decided to just become the foliage. You turned yourself into a bush, surrounded by deer who've been so fruitfully multiplying for decades. But all this time you've held your rifle at the ready. Forgive an old man his imagery, Jack. I've the heart of a poet, I confess.
Look, I don't know what was said between you and Kendrick, but it sounds like you got it wrong.
Oh, I think I understand everything just fine. And I think we understand each other quite well. Jack, in the coming war, we'll make excellent partners.
What war?
One war falls upon every generation. My grandfather drove out the Ambersons back when he was 27. My father destroyed that psychopath gangster Maurice Bell when he was a sprightly 30. At 69, I'd begun to think my war had passed me over. But my time has come at last. Tomorrow Vicus Varga declares war, and I'm obliged to answer.
So, we're talking about Varga now.
I don't know how he thinks. I don't even know whether he plans his actions or not. I can't divine his purpose. Hell, I don't even know where he comes from. He's a man not of our breed, wouldn't you say? But when he arrived here, I invited him in, told him we could work together. An official invitation penned in my own hand and written on some very expensive paper. And can you imagine his reply? A fruit basket. What sense can be made of such a message?
I guess it means whatever you want it to.
Precisely.
I'm late for work, Mr. Sand.
You know, Jack, I could just give you $500,000 right now, cash, whatever denominations you like. But I would never insult you so. If I went stalking my prey for so many years, I wouldn't want someone else to shoot it for me. I understand you, Jack, and I'll never ask you for anything that's contrary to your nature. Just think about our conversation. Think about it, and call me.
Like I said, it's a whole new life, and I've had to give up some old habits. One of them, keeping away from things that don't concern me. Now I can't afford the luxury. This spotlight I'm under, concerns is all I got.
Okay, I'm gonna go with helping Christopher Sand.
Tell him it's Boyd.
Okay, so nobody called in. Everybody's here. Let's start the day. And we are gonna buy another record. Let's get This Train by Dirk Murphy. Kuzoslev says, once I saw a shooting star and I asked about the miracle of the universe. The next day I received the song on the Beethoven thing. Kuzoslev says, what can I say? Pure classic. Alright. Let's buy this record and play it. There we go. Alright, nice. Please be advised we are unhappy with the efficiency of Freeburg PD. We're cutting the department budget. Again? Oh, Jesus, bro. We can't keep... What baby does. Tomorrow's gonna be the day don't let anything happen to him and do that. My stats aren't even that bad, bro. Gosh, you're annoying. How am I supposed to... How am I supposed to do anything? He keeps cutting the budget.
I had a couple of dicks in my pocket just to make life of me.
Massive fight, spot, paddy wagon. And how many people? 5? Alright. At the King Louis nightclub, we received a call from the club manager who said that a brawl broke out in the main hall, involving over 2 20 men. It's few they're keeping back, because some of the combatants are carrying knives. Several wounded are already lying on the dance floor, but no one knows why the mayhem broke out. Yeah, definitely. Send these guys. Massive fight indeed.
This train don't carry no gamblers. This train.
Need backup. Alright, everybody. Repeat Koshi, Daniel. Go ahead. Assault at the suburbs. We're gonna have to wait for these guys to come back or just ignore it. They don't have enough people, man.
Well, I was on my way to the Mississippi when a gal got on the train. I sat right down beside her and she started to complain.
Massive fight. How do you do? Undercaught. Officers in arms.
It was somewhere near St. Joe.
Homicide. Assault.
My way
That
from
was
Mass
real.
to Miss,
Offender
but they
escape.
threw me off
Yep.
in Mo. Well, this train don't carry no
Back to school
gamblers.
though, so that's good.
This train don't carry no gamblers. This train.
Close.
This train
Let's
don't
not go in
carry
there.
no
We need 5
gamblers.
people.
No crap shooters or
Okay,
bills
Yancy,
I
Yancy,
run.
Daniel, Subaki,
This
Masada.
train
Church
don't carry
parishioner
no
Maria Serpentine
This
reported sounds of gunshots inside the church. The bearded man in a hat entered the confessional and then a minute later I heard a few gunshots. Then a man calmly left the booth, took off his hat and crossed himself and sat down on a pew and he's praying. Yeah, alright. Attempted murder at St. John's Hospital. Linda Howard, who reported slurring, said the dentist paralyzed her face during her latest visit. The monster stuck him with some kind of poison because of no. That's what dentists do.
my trip came to an
If you
end.
will feel the face now,
I
or go to
said
dentist
this
to
on a lonely
doing your
train
job.
like this, a guy could use a friend.
Homicide report. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Good. And found non-automatic weapons. That's how it's not obvious.
But I can tell you where you get off. Well, this train don't carry no gamblers. This train.
Attempted murdered. Relatives suggested
Don't carry no
exactly.
gamblers. This train. This train don't carry no gamblers. No crap shooters or midnight ramblers. This train don't carry no gamblers. This train.
There was an ice cream vendor noticed a suspicious black bag, which has been lying unsupervised on the bench for the past few hours. That sounds real. Yeah, it's indeed. Should probably have something like that. What you feel, really? That's good, Richard. Still pretty early. Could be more calls. Jeez, I can English today, I swear.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Officers arrive on the scene and observe that there's something moving inside the bag. Open the bag.
1011 be complete.
Offender caught. Officers unarmed. Civilians unarmed. Good. Mass shooting. We got more rapes. Let's open that up. Okay, so they ordered that. The guy called. I'm gonna move this up. Is here. Yep. Jules Persian, head waiter of the Octopus restaurant. He went on vacation immediately after the incident. He didn't commit the murder himself, but he was clearly involved. And let's send. Heck. Let's send Kochi and Austin. According to his neighbors on the evening of the murders, Jules Persian returned home and never left again. Yeah, without the lead detective there, a lower chance of success. Are you sure you want to send the cops in alone. Yep. We got this. I believe. We need wins. We need a win. Our stats are, not the best, I guess. Mayor's office is not happy with us, I guess. Keep cutting people. We're not gonna enough cops to do the actual work. How'd it go? Fender caught. Nice. There you go. Part of the 300 club. Look at you, all of you. And the day. Okay. Let's see. So all of our detectives are 200 plus. Our officers are 200 plus. Perfect. Look at you guys. End the day. Day 13, July 27, Saturday. Corn monument to be demolished by summer's end. City administration to finance dance festival. Francis Kendrick won't succeed Jack Boyd. You already knew that. Good work. Alright, nobody called in. Perfect. Let's start. Let's go ahead and buy another record, A Temptation Blues by Turk Murphy. Kosoblev says, in ancient Greece, if a messenger brought news that this song was lost, they cut off not just his head, but the heads of his entire family. Kinda intense, eh? Let's play that song. Oh, I like it. More. Freeburg's personnel failure in decades has spread chaos across the streets. Major criminal gangs vie for power, and the outcome of the struggle is impossible to predict. One thing is for certain, a couple of weeks from now, only one family will rule the city. You're the hero. Accomplished. Jack, you put the good work and will make sure your final days at Freeburg PD are much more comfortable. I mean, yeah, took care of Silver.
410A in progress.
Attempted murder at the residential area. Passerby rang the police when he saw a naked man running through the streets, pursued by a woman carrying a large kitchen knife. The woman was shouting, "I'll cut you." Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay. What the hell? Yeah, let's send it to a 5 squad. I kinda like this music. I dig it. Alright, Sand needs help. Christopher G. Sand. Varga stirred up some punks and they went and attacked one of the family right in the barbershop. We already sent our own men, but we don't know how many bags we're up against. You can come join the party when you get that way. Let's be back. Let's be back in time. We do have actual calls to get to.
410A complete.
Attempted murder. Not good. Undercaught officers in arms, civilians in arms. Perfect. The shop at now 215 gang. Hit and run at the city center. Who's while you're in charge? Officer Turner or your backup? An unknown vehicle struck the librarian Kalinowski at a pedestrian crossing and drove off. The victim was found dead on the scene. Well, they're back already, and this 215 gang is getting back. Investigation started. Matt Paul witness. This dark-colored car kept steering around the corner, hopped the curb, and kept going. Knocked the man over. Didn't even slow down. Mr. Alvarez, a bartender, said, not long before the crash, I kicked a couple of drunks out of the bar. They were having a fight with some of my regulars. Miss Kalinowski said, who is the victim's daughter, a few days ago Dad had a fight at work with a couple of young people who were causing ruckus at the library. The whole thing almost came to blows. They threatened him before they left. Mr. Hopkins, who is a witness, says, I saw two people in the car. They went right by me. The man in the passenger seat had a beard, okay? Mr. Boone said, who is a colleague, Clinic thought he was being followed. He said he saw the guy everywhere. He said it looked like someone had some problem with him at the library. Okay. Then we have Sand needs help. Mr. Sand's nephew looked out his window, saw some of Varga's men smashing one of his cars. Looks like someone needs to go remind them that this kind of behavior is illegal. Cook, go ahead. We have everybody back. Except Cook. Because he's cooking. Get it. He's going fast too. Jeez.
410 speed in progress.
Massacre at Eddie's Burger. Okay, 215 squad. That's grand. And take squad right here. A girl entered Eddie's Burgers, ordered the Diet Coke, and started shooting at the other customers with a handgun. The cashier called the police, and in the background there were gunshots and screams. Meanwhile, the great young woman is shouting, "I hate fat people." This is something. Let's send those guys. Wow. People need to chill with that.
410
Massacre report, how you go? Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Perfect. Good job, guys. Doing good. Everybody's doing so good. We've answered all calls so far. What's our record? 42-7. I think that would fit it all off our back.
910 speed in
Armed
progress.
robbery. City center. An alarm came in from an armored truck. Gunmen had blocked a street, shut out our truck's tires, and are trying to seize the bags of money. Yeah, that's enough people to that. We need 6. Yeah, take everybody but our officers. They should be fine, I think. Hopefully, maybe. I mean, they have SWAT with them, so here's hoping.
We've got a situation
Okay,
here.
armed robbery city center. The narrow street is blocked by 2 vans near the armored truck. 3 armed masked men have surrounded the truck, and one of them is carrying a blowtorch. On the roof of one van is a 4th criminal who shouts something to his accomplices as he sees the officers approach. You are surrounded. Surrender peacefully. The criminals take out their automatic weapons and open fire. Hide behind a patrol car and fire from cover.
910 speed complete.
Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Okay, good.
311A
Fight
in
at the
progress.
dump. Night watchman during his rounds followed some noises to discover several homeless people fighting over a bundle that was lying on the ground. We will send people to that, but we'll wait for guys to come back. I don't feel comfortable sending only 2 people over to a 4-person job. Alright, perfect. That sends Spotty, Robbins, Grant, and Birch Jr. There we go. They should be good enough. Look at Silk, the hero, being the 3rd, only behind the people with rank. Look at you, sir. Let's see. Oh, wrong one. 22, yeah, shift A is still the weaker shift. That's alright. Hit and run a report. 3 new frames. I totally didn't assign more people to this, didn't I? Let's see, that's it. That's people getting in the bar. And these guys. Yeah, let's go with that for now. That, the situation's more serious than we thought. Requesting reinforcements. Silk and Syndrome. You can go. Investigations. Assign more detectives before I forget to do that. There we go. And that was the last call of the night, it seems like.
311.
Fight report. I go. Fender caught. Officers unharmed. Perfect. Perfect. Look at that. End of day. Jack, Varga is strong, but he can compete on equal terms with the oldest criminal gang in Freeburg. Just make sure that Sand stays ahead on points and we'll have nothing to worry about. You got it, Martin. 2-0. Heck yeah. Continue. Alright. I don't want to overwork my guys, so I'm not going to ask any of them to come in. And everything looks perfect. Let's start, or let's end the day.